Don't miss it at all.
Well, last time after the game, you were really kind of talking about putting bench play to pick up a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that still on your mind, or was that just a?
It's been on my mind for a while, and we haven't really talked to the guys about it. We've just been practicing, just trying to keep some sort of condition.
How have the practices been with finals and everything?
Yesterday was our first one, and I thought it went well. Got good condition practicing. We'll do another one today. Tomorrow we'll just do some individual instruction and get back at it Saturday and Sunday with 2 team practices before we go over to Chattanooga.
I know you had said that it might come to the point where you shorten the rotation. I mean, might you do that anyway as competition level picks?
I don't want to, because I think our depth, or put it this way, the ability to put fresh bodies on the floor, considering our style of play, is something that can work to our benefit. But if we're not getting production, then I'm going to have to maybe just make an adjustment in style of play.
What would you like to see? I mean, would you like to see everybody getting 5 points, or?
Well, it's not so much just the points. It's, rebounds, being disruptive defensively. We chart deflections, and I don't see enough guys getting their hands on basketballs, and I don't see enough guys getting rebounds. I don't see enough guys getting out in transition and getting ahead for easy baskets. So if we're not going to use our freshness, if you will, our energy level, to positive stats for us, then what's the point of playing 9 or 10 guys?
Will Brian continue to start?
Yes.
Coach, against USC, you had a 16-7 assist-to-turnover ratio, and you forced a 8-19 turnover ratio for USC. What was that difference in the game?
Was that a difference in the game? It was one of the differences in the game, yeah, definitely. I think our 7 turnover numbers probably was attributed to our big guys having 4 assists and no turnovers between them.
Is this kind of a strange time of year? I mean, how do you?
You get used to it. Just part of the rhythm of the college basketball season. So, like I said, we were off 3 days. Practice yesterday, we'll practice today, and we'll have just individuals tomorrow. But no, it's actually a pretty good time of the year. You can put some new things in. You got 7 games under the belt. You have an idea of things you need to work on. You have an idea of things that maybe you can take better advantage of. So we'll probably put in 2 or 3 new plays between now and by the time we hit Florida State on Sunday, a week from Sunday.
Does the team normally come out ready to play after a transition like this?
Yeah, they usually do. Because they're usually pretty happy that school's over with. You see the biggest smiles of the year during this week when finals are over.
Have you noticed anything different about the team that you hadn't been talking about in recent weeks? Things that you're happy with?
No, I think we're making progress. I'd like to see us make more progress, especially in the area of just being more energetic on defense and paying attention to more details on defense.
Coach, how do you think Shumpert's loss will affect the team going for the next 3 to 6 weeks?
Well, it's a big loss, but it does have a chance to be a plus in the long run, because we do have a chance to develop more depth with some guys, more playing time, and kind of figure out what guys are capable of doing to help us.
Is the plan to start Oliver moving forward?
Yeah.
Do you think he responded because he's more of a natural fit as a shooting guard, or do you
Brian is a free spirit. Brian doesn't care. You wake Brian up 3 in the morning, put him in the court, he's going to make shots. Brian, you don't worry about it. Trust me.
I know he made a 3 the other day where his feet were not.
Like I said, he's a free spirit. If he's open, he's going to put it up. Or if he's semi-open, he's going to put it up.
With Brian starting, you're looking for somebody like Rice and Storrs maybe to pick it up a little off the bench?
Anyone.
Don't
let me get in your way. When you get called on, just go out and do it.
Okay. How about Chattanooga? It seems like their point guard is really starting to pick his play up the last couple of games.
Well, I've just watched a couple of tapes on them right now, and obviously they lost a lot of guys from last year's team, so they're working their way into form, if you will. Now, is there kids coming back from? Somebody told me there's a kid coming back. Because I checked, and somebody said no, but I got to double check it. Just before I came down, they said that they have a guy. Mike, can you find out if anybody's going to become eligible for the Chattanooga game? For them?
Become eligible?
Become eligible for them. I didn't think so, but somebody told me before I came down here that they heard they got a kid that's been sitting out. So I asked Pete about it, who's doing the scouting report, he hadn't heard anything. So if you could check for me.
It looks like most of their scoring's coming from the perimeter. I guess that'll be the case, especially with our big men inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it an opportunity for you to alter lineups a little bit, just to experiment, or are you pretty much set going forward?
No, we're pretty set going forward here. Now I think the experimentation time. Now we got to start developing a solid rotation. Obviously, if things happen, we got to be able to adjust. But right now, I think Mufon, DeAndre, Donnie, Derek, pretty solid in the starting lineup. When Amon comes back, probably put him back in the starting lineup. But who knows? I mean, Brian is playing lights out. Maybe it's better to bring him on off the bench, or bring somebody else off the bench. But right now, I mean, we're trying to just become a little more consistent in our rotation.
How's DeAndre looking? I mean, condition-wise?
He's getting there. I don't think I have a good enough appreciation for just how difficult what he's gone through coming back after having 8 months of no physical activity. But yesterday in practice, he was clearly, to me, he and Zach were clearly the two best in practice. They were really sharp now. Could have something to do with just being veterans and understand this time of the year. But DeAndre was probably as aggressive I've seen him offensively in a long time.
Are you trying to do him some favors with minutes, and when you bring him in and out of games, do you take that into consideration?
Nah, I don't. I don't think. I just try to read their body language, see if they're tired. But I really like to have fresh guys on the floor, but also, as I keep saying, we got to have productive guys on the floor as well.
With football coming to a close and no more conflicts coming up like there was last Saturday, how important is it for the team to have a full house here when they're starting to play some ACC teams, as opposed to the last couple of games when they've been spread around?
It's funny you ask that question, because I saw Roy Williams' comments after the Michigan State game talking about their fan. I was watching the Missouri Chattanooga game, and there's nobody there. I just think we're playing college basketball games way too early. We're just playing them way too early. You look around the country, everybody's having the same issue. Like I said, I watched a Missouri Chattanooga game, and there was absolutely no one there. And Missouri's coming off a Final 8 run last year. So I just think we're playing way too early. We shouldn't, in my opinion, play a game until the weekend after Thanksgiving, maybe December 1st. But the weekend after Thanksgiving, I think, is probably the smartest time.
Is that something that the coaches would have some influence with the NCAA, or not at all?
We're the last people to get listened to.
I mean, you think that some of that's just, it's the economy.
We're playing games too early.
Yeah.
We're just playing games way too early. I think the fact that there are more and more games on television is probably bringing to light sparse attendance around the country. The fact that, you got Roy Williams talking about how bad the attendance was for the Valpo game. I forget the other game we talked about. And then, of course, the Michigan State game, people show up. I anticipate when we play Florida State, the place to be close to packed. So,
Everybody's still kind of in football mode this time of year, I guess.
I just think it's early. It's just way too early.
You got a set number of games to get in, though. Does that require packing them in?
I think you can do it. You've got a semester break and things like that. You can definitely get them in.
Okay.
So.
Chapel